What's up guys, my name is Crescent, and in this video, I'm going to show you 7 different ways that you can find successful products to sell on Amazon, including powerful tools that I used to help me find my very own successful products, as well as several free tools that you can use to find your own products too. And make sure to follow through the entire video. I'm going to cover the top 4 product research mistakes that beginners make that cause them to lose thousands of dollars. And if you've been struggling to find your own successful products to sell on Amazon, then it's probably because you didn't know about these techniques or you weren't using the tools that I'm going to share with you in this video. And several of these tools are absolutely 100% free, just like this video, which is part of a free Amazon FBA course that you can join by clicking on the link down in the video description below. And while you're down there, smash the like button for the YouTube algorithm. It really does help me out more than you know, and I would really appreciate it. So thank you. So when I was searching for my products to sell on Amazon, I had these 6 key factors in mind in order to ensure that the products had the best chances of success. First, I knew that the product needs to have high demand. There's no point in selling a product that no one wants to buy. At the same time, you need to avoid products where there's a lot of competition. When the competition is high, even if you have a great product idea, it's very difficult to break into the market since the top sellers in that niche almost always have the sales locked down. And third, and one of the most important factors, you need to make sure that the product is profitable. There's no sense in being in business if you're not able to make any money. You also have to understand that you can't just sell the exact same thing as everybody else. Your product needs to have a competitive advantage that differentiates it from your competition. You also need to make sure that the product doesn't have any potential legal issues, such as if it's patented or trademarked. That means someone else owns the rights to that product idea, design, or functionality, or any liability issues such as if it can do any bodily harm or property damage. And number 6 is the ease of use. How easy is it to manufacture, ship, and operate the product? Products that are complicated to manufacture, large or heavy, or have a lot of parts can significantly increase your costs. And if the product is difficult to use, you risk getting a lot of returns from your buyers. All right, so the process of finding a product to sell on Amazon actually consists of 3 phases: product discovery, product analysis, and product tracking. Product discovery is actually the hardest and most time-consuming stage. This is where you need to come up with product ideas to analyze, but the problem is, you just sitting around all day trying to think up different product ideas to analyze isn't gonna get you very far. How many different ideas can you realistically come up with on your own? So here's where I'm going to show you 7 different techniques that you can use to get product ideas. Some of these techniques are actually ideas that I came up with on my own and that I actually used to find my very own products. Now, back in the day, you really did just have to scour Amazon or the internet to find product ideas on your own. But nowadays, there's powerful tools available that make doing product discovery and product analysis much faster and easier. So the tool that I use and recommend is called Jungle Scout. The first thing you want to do is click on the coupon link down in the video description below, and you'll see several options for you to choose from. What I suggest getting is start with this suite option. It comes with all the tools and features that you'll need to use the techniques that I'm going to show you in this video. You can save a ton of money if you pay annually, or they also have a monthly option, as well as a 7-day trial. Now, I've worked with Jungle Scout and worked out a deeply discounted promotional bundle for my community, so you can take advantage of that by using the link to the discount in the video description below. Now, once you have Jungle Scout, most people will just jump onto their powerful product database tool, which actually is the tool I use to find my first product. But when doing product discovery, you need to be always thinking outside of the box so that you can find products that most people aren't seeing. And since the product database is the first obvious choice to turn to, I'm going to suggest using their other powerful tool, the Opportunity Finder. The Opportunity Finder lets you enter specific criteria, and it shows you the best products that match those filters by keyword phrases. Now, I go over why I chose these specific filters and how to use them in my free Amazon course. You can join the free Amazon course by clicking the link in the video description below. But I do want to point out that you want to make sure that you set the competition to low and the seasonality to medium, very low, as you can see here. The reason is because you want to avoid highly competitive products, as well as products that are seasonal. Products like Halloween or Christmas related products. You don't want to sell these products because they only sell well during a specific time of the year, and trying to predict how much inventory to buy isn't an easy task for someone new. The last thing you want is to be stuck with inventory that you can't sell for an entire year. Now, as you can see here, the Opportunity Finder pulled up a huge list of product ideas. Take note of the units sold per month column as well as the search volume. It's important that you sell products that have demand, so make sure there's enough search volume. And you can also consider the sales to search volume ratio. A product that has high sales with low search volume suggests that the conversion rate is much higher. And a pro tip here, never base any decisions based on the niche score. It's an average of several metrics and it isn't very accurate. Now, what you can do is browse through the list of product ideas and see if anything catches your eye. Look for products that are strange and out of the ordinary. Ideally, products that you don't recognize. Common everyday products will almost always be too saturated with sellers and too competitive. So let's take a look at this jawline thing that caught my eye. I'm actually not quite sure what this product is, but we can see that it has 1,400 searches every month, which is pretty good. The price point looks really good and it's selling over 400 units every month. The competition is also very low. So that's great. I might have actually inadvertently found a great product idea. So let's take a little bit of a closer look. Now we can get more details by clicking on it here. And we can see how well it sells by month. It looks like it sells really well at the beginning of the year and for whatever reason, doesn't sell well towards the end of summer. Let's take a look at the average price. We can see that the price actually went up towards the end of summer. I wonder if this actually has something to do with a supply chain issue or something, so sellers raised their prices. That's actually pretty interesting. That probably explains why the sales dropped. But anyways, we can see the search volume by month here. And as we can see, searches actually went up during the low sales period too, which pretty much confirms to me people were buying less because of the price hike. Can you see how powerful this tool is? Anyways, you don't want to make any decisions just based on this data alone. We actually want to take a look at the entire niche. So let's click on the Amazon icon here, and it'll automatically do a search on Amazon for the product. Okay, so I'm still not quite sure what this product is. I see, it's those things that you bite on to exercise your jaw. That makes sense now. Okay, so these are actually pretty cool, and it looks like there's different designs here too, so that's good. That gives us different options on how we could possibly differentiate or improve the product to get a competitive advantage. We can see that the sellers are offering different colors, different packaging. Some look pretty cool. In fact, I want to buy one already. I can see they're also bundling it in different ways too. Okay, remember, you can't just find a product that's selling well and just sell the exact same thing expecting to also do well. Your product must always have some sort of a competitive advantage. What can you do to improve the product, to make it better, to differentiate it from all of the competitors? You always want to be thinking about that when you're looking at new product ideas. If you sell the exact same thing as everyone else, it'll always just end up in a price war and a race to the bottom where everyone just keeps lowering their prices until no one's making any money. Always sell high-end, premium products with a competitive advantage so that you can charge more. Okay, so how can you differentiate? Well, one method that I like to use is to look at the reviews of your competitors' listings and see what other people are complaining about. See if you can identify a problem that you can fix, add a feature, or improve it somehow. One of my favorite methods is bundling. This is where you can add a small bonus item to the product to add value for the buyer, but doesn't add much additional cost to you. You can get great bundling ideas by looking at the frequently bought together section in the listings or by using your own intuition. Now, a pro tip here is to make sure you're not pairing two main items together. The bundled item should be a small bonus item that the buyer is essentially getting for free, but at the same time should make sense to pair together. For example, if I'm selling gift boxes, I could bundle it with a few labels. However, bundling the gift box with a gift bag wouldn't make much sense. Okay, now what we want to do is open up another Jungle Scout tool called the Chrome extension. It's a powerful and valuable tool because, as you can see here, it's pulled up all the relevant data for each product listing in the search results in a convenient window. And here's where we can verify if this product is a viable product idea. And this is one of the biggest mistakes beginners make, and that's not considering the entire niche. You can't just look at a single product listing. Just because one listing is doing well doesn't mean that you can sell that product and do the same. It's imperative that you consider the entire niche. Referring back to the checklist, you need to make sure that the demand is high. And we can do that by looking at the top listings and making sure most of them are selling decently well every month. We need to make sure that the competition is low, and we can judge the level of competition by using the reviews. In this case, the product reviews is called ratings here. We want to make sure that the majority of the listings have low reviews. And we also want to make sure that the product is profitable. So make sure the monthly revenue of the top listings is high. And we can actually take a look and see what the profit margin is by using the built-in profit calculator here. But don't worry, I'll show you a free way that you can do this later on in the video. Just pick one of the listings that you're interested in and click on the net profit. Now, I'm not sure why it's called net profit. It should actually be called gross profit because the tool doesn't know what your manufacturing and shipping costs are. But anyways, if you get an estimate of what those costs are, you can actually enter it here and easily find out what your potential profit is if you sell this product. So for example, we can see here that the calculator pulled up all of the product's details here, such as the size and weight. It needs these values because that's how the FBA fees are calculated. It pulled these details from the seller when he entered them into the product listing. So let's just say that we can get this product made for $2 and shipped for another 50 cents. So enter $2.50 here. We can see that if we sell this product at the same price, that this is how much money we would make. It's a great idea to play around with this tool while you're doing product research so that you can get a good idea of your best and worst case scenario, because if the product isn't profitable, you don't want to get involved in it. So for example, double your costs and lower the sale price and see if the product is still profitable, because sometimes the estimated cost that you get can be lower than the actual price when you finalize your deal with a manufacturer. Again, in the 100% free Amazon FBA course that I have, I'll show you how to find manufacturers and get an estimated cost, as well as explain exactly how to analyze all of the data, what the numbers you should be looking for, and how to tailor them for your own personal goals. You can join the free course by clicking the link down in the description below. Now, while we're here, we can verify if the product is seasonal. By clicking on the sales, we can see how well the product has been selling. Choose 1 year and make sure the sales is relatively level throughout the entire year. If it has a spike during the holidays, that's okay. It just means it's a giftable item, or they just happen to buy it more during the holidays, which is a good thing, which just means people are buying them as gifts. But if it's obvious that it's a holiday only product, like a Christmas tree ornament or something like that, then I would avoid it completely. So as you can see here, there's that dip at the end of the summer, but I think it actually has something to do with the supply chain issue that I mentioned earlier. And make sure to check several other listings to get a good overall picture. Now, a red flag that I actually just spotted is this brand Jawliner. It has 5 or 6 listings at the top here. This indicates that they brand dominate this niche, and you want to avoid niches that are brand dominated. It also raises a red flag that this product might actually have legal issues. I have a feeling that it might actually be patented. So a pro tip here is you can jump onto Google and just do a quick search. So I'm going to do a search for jaw exerciser patent. And let's see what we can find. Okay, we can see that there's actually several patents that popped up. That's not a good sign. You can also do a search on uspto.gov. And you also want to make sure that the product isn't trademarked either. But I want to point out that I'm not an expert or a patent attorney. So if this was me, I would hire one to make sure that this isn't patented before proceeding forward and spending any money on this product. Now, speaking of legalities, and this is mistake number 2 beginners make far too often, you need to be 100% positive that you're even allowed to sell the product on Amazon. Just because you see other people selling it doesn't mean that you're allowed to. Amazon has a list of prohibited and restricted products. Prohibited products means you can't sell it on Amazon, period. Restricted products have specific requirements that you must meet before you can sell it. There's a couple of ways that you can check if there's any restrictions ahead of time. If you go to add a new product and do a search, if it has any stipulations, you can find a list of them here, like for this product. Amazon also has a compliance tool that you can use. I'll leave a link to that in the description below. Again, just do a search for the product and it'll tell you if there's any certifications or documentation that you'll need to provide, like you can see here with baby pacifiers. You won't be able to sell the product on Amazon without providing these certifications, documentation, or other requirements. Sometimes products are listed under gated categories as well. So refer to this page to see what you need to get approval. And make sure you get approved first before committing to a product idea. I've seen so many beginners miss this step and invest thousands of dollars into a product only to find out later that they can't sell it on Amazon. All right, so that's how you can use the Opportunity Finder. And before I show you how to use another powerful product research tool from Jungle Scout that I actually used to find my very first product idea, I want to show you a couple of free ways that you can use keywords to help you find new product ideas, just like Opportunity Finder did. Okay, so this powerful keyword strategy is actually how I found my latest product, and I call it the letter method. And this is a technique that I discovered on my own and that I only shared with my students until recently. So the letter method is actually really easy. All we're gonna do is jump onto Amazon, and in the search bar, we're gonna choose a random letter and see what the Amazon A9 autocomplete pulls up for us. For example, if we start with the letter A, we can see that the autocomplete has pulled up a bunch of product ideas here. These autocomplete phrases are listed by popularity, so you know people are searching for these products. Now, what I like to do is scan down the list of phrases and see if any of them catch my attention. Again, the key here is to look for products that you don't immediately recognize. If you know what the product is, I would skip it. It's most likely going to be way too competitive. You want to focus on strange and out of the ordinary products. So to get a new list of product ideas, you can add another letter. For example, K. Scan down the list and see if anything catches your eye, like this Akatsuki. I have no idea what that is, so it's a great one to dive into. You can keep adding letters to get more product ideas, or if you want to start over, just pick a whole new letter altogether. And like I said, this is how I found my latest product, and many of my students have also had success using this technique too. So basically, always be thinking outside the box. And if you want to learn how you can become a student, you can find more information on my course in the video description below. There's limited spots, so if it's full, you can join the waitlist. Now, another free strategy to find product ideas with keywords is to use Google. If you have a Google or Gmail account, which almost everyone does, if not, just go sign up for one, it's free. Then go to ads.google.com and sign in. And here's where we're going to leverage the power of Google's search. Click on Tools, Keyword Planner, then click on Discover New Keywords. So let's say we're interested in diving further into that jaw exerciser. Enter it here. Now you can see it pulled up a huge list of related keyword phrases and the monthly search volume. So let's sort it by monthly searches. And now let's take a look at the list and see if there's anything unique that catches our attention. I see there's people searching for face exercises for women, double chin, cheeks, cheekbone, face exercises after Botox. That's an interesting one. So basically, what you can do is take these popular search phrases and mix and match them to come up with a unique product idea. Like cheek exercises after Botox for women. I know, I just made that up. I have no idea if that's even something people would want to buy or need. So let's actually do a quick search on Google. Okay, so actually let's do face exercises after Botox for women. It's a little more general. So interesting. I guess it's important that you keep your face moving around a lot after you get Botox. So that's great. This actually might be a product idea. So let's jump onto Amazon and take a look. Okay, I see a lot of creams and lotions here, but I don't see any exercise equipment or a tool. Actually, I see these strap things, which, wow, has 23,000 reviews. And this face slimmer thing. And I can also see that there's a strange product like this red thing here. It has 4,000 reviews. So with just a quick glance, we can see that there might be a gap in the market for a product like this. Okay, makes sense? So that's how you can use keywords to find new product ideas. Now, this next method is how I found my very first product to sell on Amazon, and that's using Jungle Scout's product database tool. This is a great place to start looking for viable products, especially for beginners, because like I said earlier, the hardest part of doing product research is actually coming up with different product ideas. It's impossible for anyone to just sit around and dream up enough different product ideas to research. So with the product database, you can find thousands of different product opportunities simply by choosing different search parameters. We can enter parameters for the type of products that we want to find here. And when we click on search, it'll pull up all the products in the Amazon marketplace that match our search criteria. Again, I explain what all of these filters are and how to use them in the free Amazon FBA course. You can join by clicking on the link in the video description below. Now, a pro tip, I actually like to work backwards through the search results as everyone starts on page 1. Remember, always be thinking outside of the box to try to find products that other people aren't seeing. So again, what I do is browse through these listings looking for anything that catches my eye. Products that I don't immediately recognize and that are strange and out of the ordinary. Don't waste your time looking at products that you do recognize. So when you find a product that catches your eye, like this cam cleat here, I have no idea what it is. What I do is I'll figure out what I believe the main keyword is, and then I'll do a search for it on Amazon. In this case, based on the title, I believe the main keyword is cam cleat. And a pro tip here, if you're not sure or you want to verify what the main keyword is, you can use Jungle Scout's Keyword Scout tool. Type in what you think the main keyword is and see if it has the highest search volume. You can try different phrases and compare, or actually grab the ASIN of one of the top competitors and you can do a reverse ASIN search. Just enter the ASIN here. This will help you figure out what the main keyword phrase is. In this case, cam cleat has the highest search volume. So head on over to Amazon, make sure to choose all departments and do a search for cam cleat. Double check that you've chose the right keyword by browsing through the search results and making sure that the majority of the listings are indeed the same product that you're interested in. Otherwise, you're doing a search using the wrong keyword phrase. In this case, everything looks right, so now we can open up the Jungle Scout Chrome extension tool. And like we did earlier, analyze the data to see if this is a viable product idea. Now, mistake number 3 that beginners make here is that they resort the results. You do not want to do that. You want to analyze the niche with the listings in their organic order like you see here. That's because the listings on the first page are your direct competitors, because your goal is to eventually get your listing onto the first page. Never resort the listings by revenue or sales or whatever. Otherwise, you'll be looking at listings that aren't your direct competitors. And now I want to show you a couple of free tools that you can use. So if you don't have Jungle Scout, you can actually use Amazon's free FBA calculator tool to check if the product can be profitable. Just do a search for Amazon FBA calculator in Google. It'll be the first result, or I'll leave a link down in the description below. Now pick one of the product listings for your product that you're interested in selling and grab the ASIN. You can find the ASIN in the URL. It always starts with B0. Copy it and then paste it here. Now, like before, you can see that the tool pulled up all of the data for the product, like the size and weight and the sale price. So just like we did earlier, you can enter your costs here and adjust the sale price, and you can see here what your fees are, as well as what the profit margin is. And another free tool that you can use to verify if there's enough demand and if the product is seasonal or not is with Google Trends. Go to trends.google.com and do a search for the product. Select past 5 years, and you can see how many searches there were for this product over time. You want to make sure that there's enough search volume and that it's pretty level throughout the entire year. You can see here for these can openers, it actually sells better during the holiday season. But my guess it's because people are cooking more often for family gatherings and such, so these are probably being bought more during that time, not because it's a seasonal product. For example, a seasonal product like Valentine's Day hearts, you'll see a spike like you see here, and then nothing for the rest of the year. Okay, now the rest of the product discovery strategies I'm going to show you here are all 100% free, and they're excellent ways to find new product ideas that are also thinking outside of the box. The first strategy is look at Amazon's best-selling products. Just click on menu and choose bestsellers. Then I suggest niching down by choosing a category here, like home and kitchen. Then browse through the listings and see if there's anything that catches your eye. Now, another great place is to look at the new releases section. Remember, nothing is set in stone here. There's no right or wrong way to do product discovery. You just need to come up with different product ideas that you can analyze while keeping in mind to look for product ideas where most people aren't looking. If everyone is going one way, you want to go the other way. One of my favorite ways to look for product ideas is actually not even to use Amazon. eBay is also a massive marketplace. And wouldn't it be great if you knew what people were buying over there? Well, there's a powerful tool called Watch Count that does just that. Go to watchcount.com and make sure you click on Most Watched 2.0. Then select a category like Home and Garden and then click on Show Me. This tool is going to pull up the most watched listings on eBay. These are products that people have added to their watch list, so you know that they're interested in buying them. So go through this list and again see if anything catches your eye. And lastly, another great place to look is on AliExpress. This is an excellent resource to find popular products as well as up-and-coming products that just hit the market. Again, choose a category. You can even niche down more and choose a subcategory and see if anything catches your eye. And a pro tip here, if you scroll all the way down to the bottom, and I'm positive no one ever looks down here, click on All Popular. And take a look at this. These are all the most popularly searched keyword phrases. Go through this list and see if you can find something that catches your eye. Isn't that cool? Okay, I hope I've given you some inspiration on how you can find an endless stream of unique product ideas, especially if you've been struggling to find a product to sell on Amazon. And mistake number 4 I want to cover, beginners are always looking for the easy way to do something. If you simply just copy exactly what you've learned here in this video, you're gonna find the exact same products as everyone else that's too lazy to use just a little bit of ingenuity. So think outside of the box and switch things up a little bit. Again, if you wanna dive deeper into how to do product research and find profitable products, or you wanna learn how to get started with your own Amazon business, I have a free Amazon FBA course. It's a huge playlist with over 5 hours of training that covers everything step by step. All you have to do is click over here or down in the video description. And if you want to join me as one of my students to get one-on-one coaching and mentorship, I do have limited spots, but if it's full, make sure you join the wait list. The link is down below. And while you're down there, remember to smash the like button and subscribe.